All right, y'all. It's the Black and Mickey's podcast. We back with another episode. Let me give the people some time to come in before I introduce my next guest. Let's see if it start coming up in here.
Right on. I'm gonna crack this open. Can I open this up right now?
Yeah, we're gonna crack that open.
Yeah.
I'm sure cracking mine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salute. Okay, somebody up in here. What's up, y'all that's tuning in? Make sure y'all get on, share the live, y'all. Yeah, do a post about questions. Let's see if they respond. I just made a post. What's going on, y'all? There's 4 people in here. I don't know why my comments. Okay, say Jay and Julian's watching. All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Black and Mickey's podcast. And we got the one and only Lucas live from DJ from Kwin 97.7, 98.3. You want to go ahead and talk to him, Lucas?
Yeah, happy to be here. I appreciate you inviting me on the Black and Mickey's podcast, and thanks for the Mickeys.
For sure.
Definitely tastes good. My anniversary at Kwin was coming up on November 10th.
Anniversary at Kwin?
Yeah, I've been on the radio. That was the first day I was on. Was November 10th, 2008.
2008. So what? That's 16 years.
16 years of doing the morning show. Before that, I was down in Fresno.
See, and I'm mad that you kind of got involved with Kwin like right after my dealings with Kwin. Right after I wasn't really over there. Like I wasn't really supported by them. But before you came, I was like, I used to win all their little competitions.
Yeah, with Al Greens and
Greens, Amanda King.
Yeah,
all them. And when you started first with Amanda King, right?
Yeah. I was on with Amanda King, I think, for 11 years.
Oh, y'all went that long?
Yeah, it was a long time. Yeah.
Shout out to Amanda King because she was one of the ones that pioneered Kwin out here, and she had a lot of love for me when I went to New York. They actually, when I was in the MTV MC battle, they went and interviewed Amanda King and asked her about me and stuff. So that was real dope, and she spoke real highly of me. I just still got the newspaper article somewhere. But yeah, also, are you familiar with Rick Chase?
Oh, Rick Chase is my hero. That's my idol from KMEL, and he was on Kwin as well. But that was my radio idol, man. I mean, that's my hero. Rest in peace to Rick Chase. But yeah, that was the guy.
R.I.P. Rick Chase.
He icon.
And that was a big opportunity. That's why I brought Rick Chase up, because after he passed away, they were doing on Kwin. They was having this thing called Talent Tuesday. And it was a competition to open up for Mario at the time. Mario had just released his song.
Just a Friend. Yeah.
This is Just a Friend.
Yeah.
This was in 2003.
Yeah, 2003. Yeah.
Just a Friend. They had Shy.
Oh man, Shy. The Comforter. That's the jam right there.
Yeah. Primary Colors, I believe. And so after Rick Chase died, I was in the competition, but Amanda King played the wrong song of mine.
Ooh.
And it cussed, and they cut me off. And so during that competition, Rick Chase died. He just all of a sudden died. And so me and shout out my bro Radio and his crew, the Abyss, the Beethoven on the beats, we said, let's go do a song in honor of Rick Chase. So we did this song called Ease the Pain in honor of Rick Chase, and we was at Kwin at like 5 in the morning. Found a way to get upstairs, knocked on the door, and another Kwin DJ by the name of Timmy G. He opened the door. Everybody was sad. He was sad.
Yeah. And
I let him know. We gave him this CD. We just done this song for Rick Chase. If you can, try to play it if you can. And he was like down. He was like, yeah, everybody's down. I don't think we're gonna be able to play it. And so we left there, and radio stayed in Brookside, like 5 minutes from the Kwin building.
Yeah.
And before we made it to Radio House, we felt it, and it was like, doom. So we had a tempo drum at the beginning, and they played the Rick Chase song,
Yeah.
and automatically they like entered us in the competition for that song, even though people got mad like that song wasn't in it, but they wanted just to give us the spot to perform. So that was one of my times with Kwin. So shout out to Kwin. But I want to get to you. So what brought you to Kwin?
Well, I was going through definitely a tumultuous time in my life. You know how those go.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I had custody of both boys. I was not in a good place, and I wanted to come back to California. I wasn't in California at the time. I was outside of Kansas City. Fuck the Chiefs. Can I say that on here?
Yeah, you sure can. We are not censored.
Yeah. So I needed to get back to California. And, man, it was not looking good. And then I got the call from the consultant at Kwin, and he asked if I wanted to, you know, he goes, "Are you under contract?" I said, "No, my contract is up, and I want to get back to California." He goes, "Well, I have a spot that's open in California." I said, "I'm there." And he goes, "It's in Stockton." I said, "I'm there." You know, and he goes, "Well, I said, I'm there. I just need to get back to California."
So let me ask you this, not to cut you off, but have you ever heard of Stockton?
Oh, yeah, I heard of Stockton because I remember, I don't know if you know CK, you know, he was on Wild, but he went to Lincoln High. He grew up in Stockton. CK was yeah, and he was on Kwin.
Was he a gang member? That sound like Crip Killer. CK?
I don't know about that.
He was a blood.
maybe I don't know. He's in Fresno right now, but he was the guy that was on Kwin that went to Wild 94.9, and obviously I knew him, and he spoke highly of Stockton. So yeah, and then you know. This is my home. I might not have been born in Stockton, but this is my home. My boys were raised here. I live in Country Club, corner Delano and Bristol. I think everybody knows my house.
Don't give them your information. Yeah. Don't give them don't drop the low. Don't drop the low.
But yeah, you know, this city's got my heart. It's my spot. It's my home. You know, both of my kids. I had, you know, one son went to Edison. One son went to Lincoln, so whenever Edison and Lincoln play, it's always a fight in my house.
Oh, and they just played not too long ago.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Yeah, Edison looks really good. I think Edison wins that series. I think they have more wins. I know that Jonah Coleman, big shouts out to Jonah Coleman. His junior year, I know they got Edison.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all is tuning in. Corey Peterson says Stockton accepts you 100%. Lucas, you can never leave us. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody else that's tuning in to the Black and Mickey's podcast. We have a special guest in the house. My boy Lucas in the house. So, before Kwin, were you into radio DJing?
Yeah. I've DJed in so many different places. I DJed in Miami, Denver, Kansas City, Fresno, Visalia, Boston. So, you know, I made the rounds. And when I first got in, I wanted to see the whole country. I wanted to see everything. Mm-hmm. So I got to see all the country. And then once I had my kids, it's time to settle down in Stockton, California, and lay some roots. And I wanted my kids to grow up with the same kids. And that's what they did. They've had friends since preschool.
Dope. That's dope. Until your kids been out here since they was
basically born.
Mostly the whole life. Okay, that's real dope, and we accept you. I know you know they kind of your kids kind of grew up on us. Like we know all about your kids through you on Facebook. Like everybody knows about Sean and Jack. You know, just through you posting them on Facebook. And that's dope, and I really like the relationship that you have with them. Y'all go to the games all the time. You supported them in the sports they do. So that's real big ups to you, man, on that, because I know it's not easy being a single father, but you making it look easy. You doing the do.
Yeah, you know, I just raised them the only way I knew how. I raised them on sports, music, and having fun, and you know, and discipline. I was hard on them. You can ask my kids. I was super hard on them because you know, you're gifted with a name. Like, you know, I don't own the rights to my name. You know, my name is my grandparents and my great-grandparents, and I always want to honor them. I never want them to be looking down and being like, oh, God, you know, he's messing up my name. Mm-hmm. So, and I've instilled that in both of my boys that, you know, this isn't your name. It's our ancestors' name, and they did amazing things in the world and in life. It had such an impact on the world. Like Josiah Grinnell worked on the Underground Railroad with Harriet Tubman, and that is those are pretty big shoes to fill.
For sure.
You know, so I'm like, you got to come. So you always have to do right by the name, and that's the biggest thing. Is that I always wanted them to honor the name just like I honored the name Grinnell. But Grinnell is my legal name.
Yeah, you definitely got to honor your last name for sure. Alan King says the legend. Lucas, you have already been made a legend.
Already a legend, man.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Okay,
I
I agree too. I agree. You've been doing big things out here. You all about the community. You give back. Like I said, I was telling people earlier, like, man, Lucas always, since I met Lucas, he always been 100 with me. He always a phone call away. Like, you know, I called you to do the Katie Rogers thing.
I was there.
I called you for my other Pizza Party podcast, and you always come through for me. Like, say when, man. Just tell me when. Even when I hit you up about this, and you was like, give me the time and place, brother.
I'm there.
And I appreciate that, because people can act bougie. You know, you don't act Hollywood, you don't act bougie, and I see you around the community doing all types of stuff, and you you one of the only DJs on Kwin that really mess with the community as like a regular person. Like, you don't
I'm at the restaurants, I'm hanging out, you know, I've been at the marches. When we did the Black Lives Matter march, I mean, I was there. I mean, it's when you're on the radio, and not everybody gets this, when you're on the radio, I don't own the radio. We don't own the radio. The community owns the radio. And in my opinion, you have to do right by the community when you're on the air. That's why I try to, within every means that I have, I try to do what's right and try to keep the community happy and put everything out there that the community wants and serve the community the best I can.
For sure, and we appreciate that. Let me see. I want to see Lucas take a fat swig of the tall can.
Let's do it. I'll do that right here. Yeah.
Oh, he took a long swig. Hold on.
Yeah.
I told y'all, he not Hollywood. I'm
not Hollywood, no.
And it's crazy because I be watching, I pay attention to Lucas' page, and I know he be going to the baseball game. He always saying, what's a game without a nice beer? So I went to the store right before he came to get a Bud Light. He said, shit, I have a Mickey's with you.
Heck yeah.
Hey. And so that's what's up. I appreciate him. Real dude, man. Real dude. Yeah. So I want to talk to you more about radio.
Yeah.
Radio now. Radio is something that we all been trying, as artists that came up doing music, we all been trying to reach the radio. And now, you want to give us some steps, some you know, some key points of reaching that, and also just to add on to that, is radio still the same as it was?
Radio's always evolving. It's definitely different than it was when I got into radio in 1994, and we were playing carts, like, you know, like an 8-track. It was like music was on carts, the commercial on carts, and would record the phone calls on a reel tape, like a reel-to-reel tape. Yeah. So, and it was so different back then than it is now. Everything is computerized and it's on a computer, and it's evolved, and I think that it's exciting the direction it's heading in, because it's going more in a podcasting direction. You know, like radio is definitely more open to different conversations on the air and personality on the air, because, you know, back in like the 90s, like, you had to like talk 3 or 4 seconds over intros, be like, hey, what's going on, you know, this is what, but now you can have a lot of content on there, and musically, you know, radio isn't breaking music now because it's everywhere. So that's where it's a little bit different, because music is breaking on like Spotify now and on all the streaming services. So radio used to be where you would hear the songs first, but now there's so many other sources for media, so it's not really the breaking music platform that it was.
So have that affected the radio? Has it affected, like, as far as the the numbers in the radio, have that affected it at all?
Not the numbers. It definitely has affected the content. Because there used to be like new music first on the radio. Like, I mean, you used to always hear like, new music first. But now you can't really say that. Yeah. So you're playing music that people have already heard, and you're playing music that they already like, they've heard and they like, and that's what we're doing now, as opposed to the way it was like when I first got in, where it's like, hey, I remember in New York City, Funkmaster Flex breaking songs. Funkmaster Flex doesn't break songs anymore.
At all, he don't. Yeah. Can't. I mean, it's a little different these days.
Everything always changes, right?
Yeah, change is good. Okay, I was gonna get to that, Aaron. Aaron he says, can we get Stockton back on the radio? Unsigned at 9 was good for the local talent. Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. Jack, can you shut that door for me, please? That's what I was gonna get to. Also, I was gonna ask him, like, back in the day, we used to have something for local talent out here.
Yeah, I remember being a part of that with Al Greens and Alexia.
Friday Night Hype, Unsigned at 9, different things, Talent Tuesday. We haven't had that in years out here. Is there a reason for that? Like, it's definitely because Stockton right now in music, we're like number one in Northern California.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, but it's the artists that really ain't making radio music, but we're still number one. And then we have artists out here that do radio music, but we don't have the radio push behind us. So is there some kind of way where we can get more of our local artists involved in Kwin? Because I think we kind of need that push. We worked hard for that push. We've been trying to get that push for a long time. And is there any way that we can make that help?
Yeah, I can definitely talk to them and see what they say. That's not my decision. If it was my decision, I'd make it right now. But I can definitely talk to them.
And it's crazy you say that, because I say it all the time. I said, if Lucas was the program manager, trust me, we have more of a platform on Kwin. Because he a real dude, he support us out here. So I say that. Now I don't want to get too deep into it. So who is the one to make that call?
Actually, I love the guy. Louis Cruz is the program director. You might know him. He was on the radio station back in the day.
Louis Cruz.
Yeah, Louis
I
Cruz,
thought Jiggy was the guy.
No, Jiggy's no longer there. So Louis Cruz is the guy in charge.
Jiggy ain't there no more.
No, he had left. So
he left, or.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because me and that's the touch too. I don't know if you know me and Jiggy history. Because Jiggy used to be a local artist himself.
Yeah.
And I put Jiggy on a lot of stuff back in my day. When I was at one point in time before you got here, I was the hottest out here, and I put Jiggy on 2 short shows, Paul Wall show, different shows, and then it kind of pissed me off that now that you're the program director on here and I'm reaching out to you, you're not messing with me like that. And then he used the term of, I boycotted his station. I boycotted Kwin before you was a program, before you worked for Kwin. You was, I think, at K-Hop, but I did a little boycott on Kwin when they fired Al Greens. Because I was upset because I feel like Al Greens didn't do nothing wrong. He was given to the local community. So as a leader of the Stockton music scene, I said I got to do something. And I did a small little boycott. Wasn't too big. But Jiggy threw that at me like, I'm like, bro, like, I know your family, like all that, like, you gonna do me like that? Like, you wasn't even in that back then. I said, as a local artist, to get that power, you could put us local artists on now. So, and I was a little upset that he didn't. But I didn't know Louis Cruz was the program.
Yeah,
How long that's been?
I think he came in around April-ish.
Oh, okay. Kind of recent.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
Yeah. He's my dude. I love Louis. I mean, he was on the radio station back in the day. Long heritage in radio. He's a great dude.
All right. So what do you feel about, too, my other boy, Big Mike? You have any interaction with Big Mike that used to work for Kwin?
Oh, yeah. Big Mike Elwood, yeah. Big shouts out to him. Yeah, he's a great dude.
Big Mike, because he was a program director for, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah, he came in. Yeah, he came in around 2003 and left around 2005, I think.
Yeah, he was supportive. He was just finna throw us. he was just finna throw this alley-oop, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so shout out to Big Mike. I ain't seen him in a while. I know he used to DJ at Fats and stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
But hopefully he's doing good. I ain't seen him in a while. Let me see. She says, let me get some of these comments. Aaron Stalwart said, how many local rappers give to the radio station so they can be played? So how many
See, I don't see the music that comes in, so I don't know the answer to that question. Yeah, I don't see much of the music that comes in, or any of it really, for that matter. And I don't make the musical choices, so I'm not sure what the number is.
Okay, I definitely see where he's coming from with that. There are singers out there too, not just rappers. My bad, Michelle. Okay,
Yeah.
the singers too. Shout out to all the singers out there. The Bear, the Billboard Bears, the other singer, Isla Simone. Actually, it's her birthday. Zaria, shout out to Zaria. Everybody that's doing their thing out here, you know. Also, a comment by Joel Stallworth. Shout out to my boy Joel Stallworth, real good guy. He says corporate will never rock with local artists, right?
I don't know about that. You know, I mean, that's subjective. I think it depends. I mean, everybody was a local artist at one time, right?
Right.
So, yeah, so I don't necessarily... I mean, I understand where the comment's coming from, but I don't necessarily think that's 100% true, because everybody was local at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like Justin Timberlake and NSYNC that are like put together to be... take off right away.
Yeah. The show. Somebody says Lucas is the GOAT. Dang.
Oh man,
They giving you big props. Shout out to Aaron Stallworth. Lucas is the GOAT. Definitely a GOAT out here when it comes to radio, man. And it's crazy that they give you this much love, and you didn't grow up with us. We wasn't around when we was growing up. You came more around when we was grown.
Yeah.
But we all kind of came accustomed to you. Like we all vibe with you. We all mess with you because you more relatable. Like you out there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's what helps with you. Like even with the other ones like Amanda King, she's the Kwin GOAT.
Yeah.
Amanda King, but we wasn't able to really see Amanda King like that, really vibe with Amanda King. Well, I was here and there, but I probably didn't seen you more than I seen Amanda King, and you only been around here
16 years.
16 years.
16
you know,
years,
Amanda
yeah.
King been around for years. But shout out to Amanda King. No, I love her to death. She helped me out a lot. But I was never like this with Amanda.
Yeah.
Like, I was never like this next to Amanda like that. So we just appreciate you. Stockton really appreciates you and took you in. Like they said, you're a real one. Since Amanda, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's quite different. So let me ask you this: what made you get into radio, and what are the advantages of being in radio?
Well, what got me in was I was going to school, and the RA at my school said, "Hey, there's an overnight opening on Friday and Saturday nights. Pays $8 an hour. That was big money back then."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Heck yeah, I'm in." I did it. I fell in love with it. When I graduated, I wound up getting offered a full-time job, and my career took off from there. And I just traveled the whole country. And the advantages to being a radio is I got to see a lot of things that not everybody has seen. Like I got to go to the MTV VMAs. I've been at the Grammy Awards, American Music Awards, American Idol, Billboard Music Awards. I've gotten to interview artists, everybody from Diddy to Jay-Z,
no Diddy
to Jay-Z to to basically everybody, especially that era of music from like 1994 until about 2007 or 8, when the artists were always coming around the radio stations. I got to interview just about everybody, meet everybody that was big at that point in time.
So what was your most biggest moment interviewing? Who was your most
Well, as a sports fan, I think Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds?
Yeah, because I mean, to think that I'm sitting right across from the guy who's the home run king. I mean, him and Hank Aaron you think about baseball, you think about Barry Bonds instantly, and to sit across from Barry Bonds was absolutely amazing. And I got to interview Terrell Davis from the Broncos right after he won the Super Bowl. He's from San Diego.
Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, Terrell. Oh, okay. I thought Terrell Owens. Terrell Davis from Broncos for sure. Yeah.
Broncos. Yeah, he's from San Diego. He big E40 fan. Nice guy.
Terrell Davis is a E40 fan.
Big, yeah. He's a California guy. So
okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I got to interview him, and I got to know him and hang out with him. He was Terrell Davis was actually my first ever interview.
Oh.
And
wow.
and I had no intro to him. Like the program director walks in, he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "You know Terrell Davis, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Did I tell you you're interviewing him?" I said, "No, you didn't." He goes, "Well, you are," and he's here right now. And then bam, he walks in and sits right in front of me. I'm like, "Okay."
Well, he got to be cool because he's a Davis.
Yeah,
exactly. Davis is we cool people. We just cool people.
Yeah, he's hella cool.
I don't know. Maybe I'm related to him somewhere down the line, but hey, it might be my cousin. But yeah, that's dope. And for that to be one of your first ones and most memorable ones, that's actually dope. So give me some of your favorite, like you named the sports guys. What are some of your favorite entertainers to interview?
Well, I think Jay-Z. Interviewed Jay-Z back in 2001.
Was he Hollywood like? Or did he really?
Back then he wasn't. He was cool. He was before Beyonce, so he hadn't been with Beyonce yet. And I got to interview Beyonce. I got to interview Beyonce when she was with Destiny's Child, and that was really cool because all three of them were there: Michelle, Kelly, and Beyonce. And it's funny because they were Destiny's Child at that point. So Beyonce was the lead of the group, but they were still a group.
Yeah.
But it's funny because the light was definitely Beyonce. And looking back on that interview, there's truly a light that shines on certain people and it doesn't shine on others. Mm-hmm. Because Kelly and Michelle were there. I don't remember one thing they said, but I remember Beyonce. Oh. I remember everything about Beyonce. She glowed and just iconic status. I mean, she's next level. And I do believe that Jay-Z wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for Beyonce.
If it wasn't for her.
Yeah, I think that Beyonce is, she's definitely the queen.
So she wiped him.
Yeah.
He didn't wipe her. She wiped him.
Yeah.
I heard that, man. That's dope, man. So let me get to this next question. This next question is, because I do want to speak for us, being a pioneer out here in the local music.
Yeah.
What is it that we can do to get more local music on our local radio station? Do we got to go old school and just come up in there and just take over and demand stuff, or can we get something going? Is there a way? Can you be the voice of reason for us? And is there any way that we can work something out with Louis Cruz and because Stockton is on fire right now, We don't. The talent just don't stop with the youngsters that's out. I have been doing this podcast for about 6 months now, and we do this slamming or jamming segments.
Yeah.
And I've received over 100 songs, probably 200 songs by many as I done. But at least 20 of them is radio ready, radio potential. Like, is there a way we can get something going? Can we work something out to get something? Bring something back like the Talent Tuesday, the Friday Night Hype. Is there a way that we can, that you can be a voice for us? And
I can definitely go in and talk to them and and say, hey, we got a community that's interested in getting their music on the air with like a local feature, and we can go over that and you can send your music to the radio station old school way, because people are always looking for music, and you also, look at your views on YouTube, push your views, stage. It's kind of like getting your music on the air or getting your music noticed is kind of like applying for a job. If you have the stats, then people can't ignore you. Like if you have views, if you have a million views. I know, Aiden Ross has had local Stockton guys on his podcast and stuff like that, and that's huge.
Aiden Ross?
Yeah.
The big YouTuber?
Yeah, he's had is it the EBK has been on.
Oh, yeah. Well, they don't make radio music. So
no, they don't.
I don't think y'all gonna play.
No, we're not gonna play that. But it's stuff like that. It's like getting guys like Aiden Ross to notice you, and then getting those. That's a huge. Like when you go and get on Aiden Ross, you get.
Yeah.
That's like a huge plus.
Yeah, they don't know Jumper also. You know, but it's more. I'm talking more about for like the ones
The
that
local
ain't,
feature,
the ones that ain't on the street music.
Yeah.
You know, that's more street music, and it's easier to blow up on the street music because it's the youngsters that's running.
For sure. Yeah,
they running the numbers up. You know, so. But for us, like, it's some R&B singers out there that's dope, that should have their song out there. And before you get out here, I'm going to let you listen to a few of them.
Heck yeah, for sure.
And I want to get your take on them, too. So I'm going to play that, and I want you to tell me if it's radio ready. Because I have a few songs that's been played on the Black and Mickey's podcast that I think I could hear on the radio.
Yeah.
You know, so we're going to get to that. But that's what I do want, because I always have a platform for artists out here. Like, back in my day, at the time, they wouldn't let local artists do these concerts or any of that. And that's why I started doing it myself and giving people the opportunity to be seen, to be heard. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this platform. Not just that, but I'm doing some of that. And I have heard a lot of talent out here. Like, man, some of this stuff, if we had some kind of push behind us, we won't just have the youngsters doing their thing. We would have other artists out here. Stockton's on fire right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And they looking at us. When you mention, I don't know if you watch YouTube and stuff like I do, but when they mention the hottest city and stuff in Northern California, they talking about Stockton.
Yeah.
And so we want to try to open up that door, expand that door to we ain't just the street stuff. We ain't just all that. We got actual people that does the actual international type music. So we would definitely appreciate it if you can just, you know, come up with something like, even if you say it yourself, like, man, I'll host it. Like, man, let's get a Talent Tuesday. Let's get a Friday night hype or something out, and I'll host it for it. You know, just extend a handout to us. You know, help pull us up or whatever for some of us. And I know we'll be proud of you, you know, and you know, because we need that. We need somebody in there that's going to help us. Like when Jiggy became the program director, I thought that was going to be our help. But he kind of let us down. It wasn't our help. You know, him being a local artist from the 209, and then he get in there to get the power, like, and then we have nothing. So if you can do that would be very much appreciated.
Yeah, you know, I'll definitely do whatever I can.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we get to these comments. Hey, Lucas. Hey, Mac. What's up, Ash? Get with the mixers and become friends with them, and get and put your music into the mixes. Okay, dope. That's some dope feedback, Corey. That's what I said. We friends with Lucas. Hey, we friends with the DJ. That's what we're trying to get.
He's talking about the mixers.
The mixers, like the
mixers,
5 at jamming 5, whatever. Okay, they have to get better, bro. I love Stockton to life, but they must get better. Okay, Joel, hold that, because I'm gonna play some stuff that's kind of up there. So it ain't that they gotta get better. It's just they have to the ones that are better have to have the opportunity, you know. So we can be good we can be the best all we want, but if we ain't got the opportunity, it ain't gonna work. Shout out to my boy Radio in the building. Yeah, they only talking about Stockton because the killing's been going on. That's why we hot. Yeah, that's the youngsters. But we also have talent like Lamont. You've been tuned in. We also have talent that ain't talking about all that.
Yeah.
So that's the talent that I'm trying to speak up for right now. So we need to get into that. Lucas, tell me, because we got the election coming up too.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very important election. Everybody's got to vote. Tomorrow is the day. If you haven't already voted, make sure you get out and vote, because there's a lot on the line.
Not to be all in your business, is there any particular candidates that you vote for that you want to endorse right here on the Black and Mickey's podcast?
I don't like to endorse, because I never like to tell anybody how to vote, but I want to tell everybody to vote with your conscience. There's candidates out there that are going to do what's right, and there's candidates out there that are not going to do what's right, and I think everybody knows which ones are going to do right, and those are the guys you should vote for, guys or women that you should vote for.
All right, he's trying to be politically correct, so let's put him on the spot. How do you feel about Jason Lee?
I love Jason Lee. I think he's a great human being. I got to interview him on the air just like you got to interview him. I read his book. I think Jason Lee is a class act.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's a great guy. I think he's great for Stockton. You know, it's funny because I was in the building where he has this Hollywood Unlocked Studios in Stockton, and you know I saw it. So he actually has his studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
studio
nice.
here. Yeah, no, it's nice. So yeah, no, I love Jason Lee. You know, and the book is phenomenal. Everybody should read that book.
So how do you feel about his opponent, Miss Kimberly Wormsley?
I don't know much about Kimberly Wormsley, so I don't know enough to comment on her. You know, I know what I've heard from Jason, but other than that, I can't comment because I don't know much about her.
Okay.
I don't think she's been really out in the forefront, at least this election.
Yeah, like last election, she was out there. We was pushing for her too. Okay, so let's get to this. Because it's real big. It's the mayor of Stockton.
Yeah.
We got what, Patty and Fugazi.
Fugazi, yeah.
So what's your connection to any of those two? Like,
well, you know, Fugazi was at Edison High School for a while, so I know her from that. I've actually was at a crab feed and sat at her table, and she was cool with me. Like we were, this was years ago, we were at a crab feed back in, gosh, she was just city councilor at that point. But we sat down, and she was a lot of fun, great person. And Tom Petty, I did Christmas carols with him, you know, back in, I don't know, 2013, 2012. So he's been around for a long time, Tom Petty. And, you know, I've interviewed Mike Tyson 3 times, and 2 of them were because Tom Petty hooked it up.
oh, okay, dope. And it's crazy. You said Tom Petty been around a long time, but I don't really know him. Like I don't think I ever seen him around. And I've been doing a lot of stuff in the community myself, but I do know Fugazi, and she's real good people.
Yeah, she is. She was at my comedy show.
I'm
At the
real
comedy
good.
show, and she
Yeah,
was
she
sitting
was
front
there.
row. She was front and center.
You know, so those are y'all picks too. All right, so
And I think everybody's got to vote with your conscience.
yeah,
That's the biggest thing. Vote with your
don't
conscience.
just vote because somebody else tells you to vote or
Yeah.
whatever. Do your research on these
Yeah.
candidates.
That's why I don't like to endorse, because like once you endorse, it's like I'm telling people how to vote, and I don't want to tell anybody how to vote. Vote how you want, but make sure you vote and make sure you look at what those people stand for before you vote for them.
Let's really check your temperature. Let's really check your temperature right here. Let's get to the big one. The president.
The presidential
Coming
election.
president election. Who you rolling with?
Let's just say I vote with my conscience. Because whenever you mention the president, because I had this discussion at the school. Whenever you mention who you're voting for president, it starts a fight, because it's you can't do that anymore. I think
Friends break up. And
yeah,
stuff like,
yeah.
man,
So it's like, yeah.
boy,
So
you know.
I think when you look at the candidates, I think it's clear who I'm voting for. If you know me, you know who I'm voting for. Yeah, I root for the Bay Area sports team, so you know.
I kind of know you a little bit. Hold on. I kind of know you. He giving us hints, y'all.
Yeah.
Who gave you that book, Lucas? LOL.
Corey Peterson gave me that book. Yeah, Corey Peterson. Yeah.
You want to read them questions while I run to the bathroom real quick?
I can't even see him because my eyes are so bad.
He says Trump. Or you can just talk to him real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. My
Okay,
bad.
No, it's all good. It's that Mickey's, and Mickey's is running right through you. No, I appreciate everybody being on here and all the great questions. Corey Peterson's on here. Definitely has been a big impact on my life. One of the better people I've met. We're going to the Sharks game on Thursday. That's you know, I'm not the biggest hockey fan at all, but I've enjoyed going to Sharks games with Corey. I'm a baseball guy. San Francisco Giants. I used to be an A's guy. You know, the funny thing is, because people always bring that up, I was actually a Giants fan first, and then when the Bash Brothers came along, I started to like the A's, and I kind of liked them both. And then when the A's screwed over Oakland, I can't hang. If you're gonna leave the Bay Area, I gotta leave you. You know, I'm a Northern California guy. You know, so I always roll with Northern California.
Yeah.
You can read those. I get there. My
I
eyes
can
are
see.
so
I
bad.
got 20/20 vision. Man.
I probably have
I
like
can see
0, 10
I can
vision.
see them real good. I got to chime in a little bit. I knew little mom was gonna say that. I was gonna say that, but mom said, "Oh, Tyler Bladder, Tyler Bladder." Hey, this is my second live in a row,
Yeah, so,
and I'm like 3 of these in. So y'all bear with me. Yeah, I had to get a little.
There's a lot. Is it 20 ounces? Or
no, there's 16 ounces.
16
I don't like the big ones, the 24 ounces. I'm more of the small ones, y'all.
So my dad used to tell me, my dad was a big drinker, and I used to say, how come you just don't get the 40 because you drink so much? He goes, because it's not going to last, man. It's going to go flat. You got to have that.
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly. That's what it is.
It goes flat. You can't drink the big ones because it goes flat.
And my stores, because I be buying them all the time, they was out yesterday. They was like, you don't want the big one? We got the big one. I'm like, nah, the big one ain't the same.
Yeah.
For some reason, the 24 ounces ain't the same for some reason. And maybe that's why, because I don't drink them that fast.
Yeah, well, you got to enjoy it. My dad, you got to enjoy it.
By the time you get to the end, it's flat.
Yeah, so we used to go to baseball games when I was a kid, and you know how baseball, and our parents are from different generations than now, but my dad used to drink a beer an inning.
A beer an inning?
Yeah, so
that's 9 beers.
9 beers so he would drink a beer an inning at a baseball game.
Yeah.
Different era.
So you're not living up to that, right?
No way, man. No, at this point, man, 2, and I'm like, I'm feeling good.
I can do about 4 or 5 of them. But
Yeah.
they're going to send me back because, like I said, I went live right before this.
They were talking about relationships.
Yeah, I had 2. Yeah, relationships. So, you care to get into that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
We're
care
talking
to
about
get in that?
relationships for sure. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about I was talking about earlier about the dating stages, talking to this is what this post that I had received said. It says the steps.
Yeah.
First step is talking.
Yeah.
Second step is dating. Third step is exclusive dating. Fourth step is relationship. But what I had a problem was the dating step where it says you're able to talk to multiple people. You're able to date multiple people. And I kind of had a problem with that because I'm like, if I'm dating you, I should be just dating you and we're working towards a relationship.
Yeah, I think until it's said and it's put out there, like, listen, we're not talking to other people. I think you can talk to other people. Like if it's stated, hey, we're together, I don't want you talking to anybody else, then I think that's exclusivity. But until that is said, I think implied exclusivity is it's a fool's game because.
So you more on the dating exclusively.
Yeah, I think you gotta make it known, like, hey, we're exclusive, and then it's on, like, you can't talk to anybody else once you make that comment. But before it's kind of like if you don't make that comment, then hey, we're.
Well, I'm letting them know off top. If we dating. I'm not in no competition with all these other dudes. So we dating exclusive right here. But let me but people got their own choices. But let me get into a question my boy Radio has. He says, what are your thoughts when it comes to internet radio versus traditional radio? Will traditional radios survive the next 20 years?
Yes, absolutely. Traditional radio is going to last the next 20 years. There's always going to be an audience, and there's always going to be people listening to traditional radio. In fact, there's a lot of people listening now. Like, I mean, as soon as I go on the radio every day and go, hey, we're looking for a contestant in this game, I mean, the phone lines blow up, and people are still listening. It's just they're listening different than they were. And, keep in mind this, there's still people that read the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always going to be people listening to radio, and there'll be more people listening to radio in the future. I think it's enjoyable. People love to say things are dying. I mean, everybody wants to forecast the end of this, the end of TV, the end of news, the end of sports. I mean, I hear NFL is dying every week. People are like, oh man, the NFL is dying. The games are rigged and they're fixed and this and that. But people still tune in.
Yeah, they definitely do. So, I mean, but do they tune in as much?
I think they tune in differently. Yeah,
I think you can tune in online now, right?
Yeah, you can listen online, and the bottom line is that if you do everything national, you're never going to have anybody local that you like. You know, like, I mean, just think if it was all national, I wouldn't be here in this room right now doing this podcast with you, because it'd be somebody that was, you know, from a different city or maybe even a different country, and you wouldn't have that connection. But and I think that connection is special when you're a local personality. You're out in the community. You know, I go to different schools all the time. I work part-time at Brookside Elementary. You know, and I think that's special, and I think that's what separates radio from internet radio and from the satellite radios and podcasts.
Damn, Lucas, you getting all the love. Some girls just say, I love you, Lucas.
Well, I love you too.
Dang, Michael Jackson over here in Stockton, huh? Corey Peterson said, as long as we want immediate and live and local radio, it will still have a place forever. Radio is still higher ratings than podcasts or streamings.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Amen to that. Yeah, no, it is true. I mean, people are listening. People listen all the time. I still have kids at school come up to me, and these are kids, because people always say, well, it's only older people listen to radio, but that's not true, because I have kids at my school go, I heard you on the air talking about this, Lucas. And sometimes they just don't understand, like, how to refer to it, because they'll say, this is where it gets confusing, because I hear kids say, I heard your podcast this morning, Lucas. And it's the radio, but they think of it as a podcast. So when they ask, do you listen to the radio, they might be like, well, I listen to a podcast, but they are listening to the radio.
So y'all still live on it? Because I know like, last year I used to tune into the morning and y'all was on live.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since COVID, kind of, y'all was live. Y'all still going live on it?
Yeah, I had to go on live last week when the stupid Dodgers won the World Series. I had all the Dodger fans coming at me on Facebook Live.
Okay, the game for you?
Oh, yeah.
Who was you? You was rooting for the Yankees?
No, yeah, I have to. As a Northern California guy.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Aaron Judge.
Shout out to Aaron Judge, straight out of Lincoln.
Yeah.
Straight out of Lincoln. Lincoln is...
Linden.
Yeah, I said Lincoln. Linden, I meant. That's 209 too, right? Linden,
yeah, he's 209. Yeah, he's 209. I mean, he played in Stockton, though. He played for Catch-All. Like, his travel ball team was Catch-All.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you think about that, that's pretty amazing. You had a guy...
I heard he had a shitty World Series.
Oh, it was terrible.
I heard he had a shitty World Series.
It was.
He really a guy, though. He really...
But we all know there's guys, and then there's guys that aren't guys. Patrick Mahomes is... I hate the Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs, like I said before. But Patrick Mahomes is a guy. When you give him the football with a minute left to go in the game, he's going to get that touchdown. And then there's people that can't do it. So far, Josh Allen can't do it. Josh Allen's not that guy. Brock Purdy, I don't know if he's the guy. If he has Christian McCaffrey, he's great. When he has Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, he's great. But let me just ask you this: when people say that Brock Purdy is great, if you took Brock Purdy and put him on the Raiders, would he be able to win?
Hell no.
Then he's not the guy.
Nobody would.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes could. You got what? You got a great tight end down there in Vegas. You
still got more Mickey, right?
Yeah.
I'm drink this Bud Light.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes on the Raiders. You think he would still win?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah. Well, you tell me the weapons he has in Kansas City right now that are so, like, he doesn't have the weapons that Purdy has. He doesn't have a George Kittle. He's got Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
but Travis Kelce can't. Yeah, he's got the coach.
He got the coach too. The coaches matter. The coaches matter.
But you don't think Kyle Shanahan's a coach? You don't like?
Yeah. Because Brock Purdy wouldn't be Brock Purdy without Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
the coach matter. Yeah, because I'm a coach, and a lot of my players wouldn't do the things they've done without me, without my play call and my plays.
But I do think that Patrick Mahomes is. I think he has the coach. I think he's learned from the coach. But I think it's kind of like a Tom Brady thing, where you look at the Tampa Bay Bucks before Brady. They were 7-9, and then when Brady went down there, they won the Super Bowl. So I think that if you put Patrick Mahomes in a 7-9 team, and he went there, I think they win the Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers is proving your case wrong.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is not good.
Aaron Rodgers ain't the guy?
Aaron Rodgers ain't the guy. No, he's not the guy. He's old, he's dusty, and keep in mind he's got one Super Bowl. One. And that defense had Charles Woodson.
You may got a point, but when it call as far as physical talent and throwing that thing, He's a guy. He's
is.
definitely a guy.
He's talented. He's talented. I don't believe he's at the Mahomes Brady level of toughness, mentally toughness. I don't think he has the mental toughness that those guys have.
So Brady and Mahomes now. It used to be Brady and Peyton Manning. Now
Mahomes is way better than Peyton
Mahomes
Manning.
and John Peyton.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Peyton and Brady was like, you can't separate them two. Like, you just gonna separate them two, Peyton and Brady? Like,
yeah, Patrick Mahomes has an ability that both Brady and Peyton don't have, and that is he's elusive. You know, he
can move. Yeah,
and the reason why he can move, and everybody's gonna listen to this. All the
He's
football
black.
players. Well, yeah, and he also played baseball. He played baseball. He's a shortstop. Everybody wants to hate on baseball, but baseball creates great quarterbacks. If you're a quarterback and you play shortstop, that means that's why when you see him and he goes like with that side on, that's all like when he does the like when he goes like this and the dip off, that's all from playing
the
shortstop.
old school Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Old
Russell
school
Wilson,
Russell
another
Wilson.
baseball player. People like and Kyler Murray in Arizona is another baseball player. Yeah, it's like so. Y'all hate on baseball, but baseball makes great quarterbacks. Tom Brady was a catcher. He played baseball as well.
Yeah, for sure. So let me get to this. Let's do some either or, y'all. I like to play this game either or, y'all. So we're gonna do some either or. So I'm gonna get to sports first, since we're on sports, and I'm gonna get to music because he's a radio DJ.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get his either or, y'all. All right. So either or. Since you just mentioned them two, Brady or Pat Mahomes.
With the game on the line, I'd take Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on. You can't push the goalpost back. Not with the game on the period. If you were starting a franchise right now, you want Brady or you want Patrick Mahomes starting your franchise?
Considering all the Super Bowls, I got to go with Brady. Brady got there 10 times. 10 Super Bowls.
Okay.
You got to go with him. And Patrick Mahomes never beat Brady. And Patrick Mahomes is, 15 years younger than him? And he still couldn't beat Brady. So, head-to-head, I got to go with Brady. Head-to-head.
Okay, so, but if the game was on the line, you want Patrick.
I want Patrick Mahomes, yeah.
But Brady got more comebacks than probably anybody.
Yeah, he had to use a kicker, though. It seems like Mahomes gets in the end zone.
Mahomes gets in
the end zone.
Mahomes always had a tight end. Brady didn't have. Oh,
Brady
Brady
had Grunt. He had Grunt. But it was a
while
later years. He had Aaron Hernandez too. He did. Aaron Hernandez was good.
Watch the Aaron Hernandez story.
I did.
Okay, we ain't gonna get into that though. That's a little bit wild.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this. Terrell Owens or Randy Moss?
That's a good one.
This is one of the big topics in football.
Yeah, I would have to go with Randy Moss because of his height.
Randy, because of his height? I mean, Randy like what, 6'4"? Terrell
6'5",
like 6'2"?
right. 6'5". Yeah, it's a pretty good. I think they both have this intensity, but gosh, Randy Moss, I love Terrell Owens, but Randy Moss, because here's the thing about Randy Moss. When Randy Moss put it on, there was not a person that could beat him. Like, he was on the Minnesota Vikings, and he made...
When he was on the Raiders, he was trash, though.
He was trash because his comment was, if they don't care, why should I? The team did not care. But Dante Culpepper, what did Dante Culpepper do without Randy Moss?
He went downhill.
He went right downhill. And what did Tom Brady do with Randy Moss? He went 16-0.
They set the record.
So there's Randy Moss, I know people don't want to hear it. Randy Moss is the best to ever do it at wide receiver.
Hold on. Because I put him and him because I just knew Jerry was the best. Hold on. Should I get Jerry and Randy? Because I put Terrell in place of Jerry because I thought that was already established.
Jerry is amazing and Jerry is great, but I truly believe if you replace Jerry with Tim Brown and you put Jerry on the Raiders, Jerry would be exactly like Tim Brown, and Tim Brown would be like Jerry Rice. I think Jerry Rice was the benefit of being on the San Francisco 49ers with the amazing West Coast offense. Jerry never went over the middle like Tim Brown. Jerry always did the sideline activity.
No, Jerry catch that slant, gone. Jerry catch that slant, gone. That slant is the middle route, right?
Well, I mean, but he didn't go like Tim Brown got murdered, and Tim Brown never had a quarterback. I'm not saying Tim Brown is at, you know.
But that slant route could be a dangerous route.
So you're telling me if Jerry Rice had the same teams with the same quarterbacks that Randy Moss had, he would be as good as Randy Moss. Because you got to remember, Jerry Rice had Joe Montana and Jerry Rice had Steve Young. Randy Moss had Dante Culpepper, who was terrible.
In his prime. Dante
Culpepper was good because of Randy Moss. Dante Culpepper had Randy Moss and Chris Carter. Those are two of the best receivers in the history of the game.
And Joe Montana had Jerry Rice and John Taylor.
Yeah, and
two dope receivers.
Joe Montana made John Taylor and Jerry Rice, whereas Randy Moss and Chris Carter made Dante Culpepper.
He may have made John Taylor. Joe Montana didn't make Jerry Rice.
What did Jerry Rice do? What did Jerry Rice do his first season?
Oh, it's bad. He came in.
He couldn't catch anything in 1985.
But Jerry used to take stuff. It wasn't.
He learned.
There wasn't no deep route.
Yeah, he learned on the job. He learned on the job. He developed. Randy Moss was unbelievable in high school.
Just throw the ball up. Just throw the ball up was Randy Moss.
And he'll catch it.
He wasn't catching no slants. He wasn't every route. He wasn't doing all the
Randy
routes.
Moss was the best receiver in his high school. Randy Moss was the best receiver in his college. Randy Moss was the best receiver in the NFL.
If you're 6'5" with 4.3 speed, that's easy. Jerry didn't have that speed.
So if you're asking who's the hardest worker, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, the hardest worker.
He
had the work ethic. Yeah, he had the work ethic. Jerry Rice is the hardest worker in the history of the NFL, and that puts him in the conversation with Randy Moss. But if you're talking about pure talent and ability, Randy Moss is the best receiver for pure talent and ability ever. Just like Cam Newton is the best pure talent and ability quarterback ever. He's 6'6", 240 pounds, and I'm not saying he's the best quarterback ever, but as far as talent goes and body type, there's nobody better than Cam Newton.
So body type maybe, but you putting Cam over Vic and Lamar?
Because of his body type.
Just because he's bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger. Yeah. Lamar Jackson is like Jerry Rice in the sense that he works so hard to overcome any setback he has. Lamar Jackson works super hard.
So that's where I want to go next.
Michael Vick's the most exciting quarterback.
Either or. That's where I'm going next with it. Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson?
It's a tough one. I have to say Michael Vick because I saw Michael Vick in person and I literally saw him get hit.
Don't get biased.
He spun around like a helicopter and got 5 more yards.
I
don't see Lamar Jackson ever being able to do that. And I think that Michael Vick changed the quarterback position. People forget that in 2001, there was no Michael Vick. There was no Michael Vick prior to Michael Vick. Michael Vick paved the way for Lamar Jackson. Michael Vick came into the game. I mean, just absolute excitement. It was almost like he was a superhero. Like when watching the Atlanta Falcons, and then watching him go up to Green Bay, where Green Bay had lost a home playoff game in decades. And Michael Vick goes up there and he beats Brett Favre in Brett Favre's house. Michael Vick, who was playing for Atlanta, an indoor quarterback, a running quarterback, went into Green Bay and he beat Brett Favre. That has to be one of, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that because that was just an absolute unbelievable moment.
He knows football and baseball history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I don't know if he all that on basketball, but he knows football and baseball history. That's for sure. So let me ask you this. You're a 49ers fan, right?
Yeah.
49ers fan. So who you got? Joe Montana or Steve Young?
Joe Montana.
Joe?
Joe Montana. Because, again, Joe Montana came into a really... Most people don't understand how bad the 49ers were. The 49ers were awful through the 70s. Horrible. The only reason they took O.J. Simpson in 78 was to get fans in the stands. So that's how bad the team was.
O.J. played for the Niners?
Yeah, he played one season in 1978.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the only reason he was on the team that year was to put fans in the stands. So when Joe Montana came in, he came into a really piss-poor 49ers team. He came in with Bill Walsh, turned that franchise around. So he came in 79. 1980 was all right. 1981, they're in the Super Bowl and win it. That's pretty incredible.
And Steve only got what? One, huh?
Yeah, Steve got one in 1994, but that team in 1994, that was like an all-star team. Yeah,
Dion, that
you had
was
Ricky
great.
Waters on that team, Dion on that team.
That one was great.
Yeah, that was
Rice was there too.
Yeah.
All right, let's go here. Worst nemesis: Cowboys or the Raiders? Since you're a Niners fan,
I would say right now the worst nemesis is the Kansas City Chiefs, but Cowboys overall.
Cowboys overall, okay, because they're kind of in the same division, right?
Yeah, and the Raiders aren't in the same division. The Raiders haven't been relevant since 2002.
Even though we hate the Raiders, but they're not in our division.
And they haven't been relevant since 2002. And that's a fact. That's a fact.
That up. All right, for sure. All right, let's get to a little bit of entertainment. Pac or Biggie?
I take Pac all day. Tupac is the best. Biggie is a great freestyler. Tupac is the best to ever touch the microphone. I can put on Tupac's greatest hits and play it over and over and over again. I can put All Eyes on Me and play it over and over again. It never gets old. Tupac blows away Biggie song for song.
The best, huh?
The best.
Tupac is the best ever?
Tupac's delivery, Tupac's voice, Tupac's lyrics. How many artists...
He's not the best lyricist. I know that's ain't what you're saying.
Well, how many artists can do a song like Hit 'Em Up and then turn around and Keep Your Head Up and have it be real? Like, you have a song, Keep Your Head Up, which is about empowering women.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a song, Hit 'Em Up, which is a diss song on Biggie. How many artists can do a song that empowers women? Brenda's Got a Baby. You know, I mean, it's just song after song where he can do, I mean, and it's believable. Because there's people out there that can do an empowering women song and then do a diss song, but one of them's not going to be believable.
Yeah.
But Tupac could do both. And when you listen to it, you hear the conviction in his voice and you believe it.
Okay, but I won't say best lyricist.
Who's your best lyricist?
Best lyricist? I'm looking more of the lines of lyrics. I'm looking more of the lines of Jada Kiss, Fabulous type. You know, I'm as far as the lyrics.
What about Rakim? Rakim is hard.
I ain't that old.
Yeah, see,
I'm
I'm
old.
old.
See, I ain't that old.
Like, yeah, Rakim is bad. Rakim. Yeah.
So okay, let's go here with it. Rakim or KRS-One.
Gosh, that's a hard one. It's so hard because I love them both, and I love them both for different reasons.
Both like goats.
Yeah,
in the music.
It's just that's a hard one. If I'm gonna listen to songs and CDs or tapes or whatever, Spotify, I'm gonna go with KRS-One.
Yeah,
KRS-One has more songs. KRS-One, like the first, my initiation into KRS-One came on my track team. I was a 2-miler, the long distance, Circle of Monotony. And we'd go to the track meets, and the guy, we used to bring the boom boxes, right? The boom boxes. And we'd play Dope Beat. I don't know if you ever heard that song by Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One. And he samples Back in Black. And he goes, "I got a dope beat, you got a dope beat." And I heard that song, and I heard that sample, and I'm like, this is incredible. It's off that album Criminal Minded. And from start to finish, Criminal Minded is one of the best hip-hop albums ever recorded.
And that's by KRS-One?
Yeah, Boogie Down Productions, Criminal Minded with Scott LaRock. Scott LaRock got shot. Scott LaRock got shot, rest in peace. He got shot right after that. But that album from start to finish, Criminal Minded, absolutely amazing.
Hold on, you want to excuse me again? I got to use the bathroom one more time.
One more time. Bud Light going right through you.
Bud Light running through.
Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, so my favorite albums from that era, Criminal Minded, I loved It Takes a Nation, A Million to Hold Us Back by Public Enemy, LA Dream Team, I don't know if y'all remember that, Just Ice, you know, with Mosh It Up, with KRS-One was featured in Mosh It Up. Kool Moe Dee, Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full, Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet. These are all of the albums I had growing up. And Run DMC, the first album with 30 Days, Rock Box for You. I mean, that Run DMC first album is pretty tight too. It has Rock Box, Sucker MCs. A few years ago, a friend of mine asked me, those are just, yeah, unbelievable.
Oh, he said Young MC. Shout out to Young MC. I used to listen. I used to bump with Young MC.
He went to Southern Cal, USC. He's from LA. Young MC was tight. I don't believe he should have won the. I guess they called it the Rap Award. I don't think he should have won the Rap Award. That was the one where Flavor Flav came up and he kind of like so. Young MC won the award. This was like 1990, February 1990, and I forget who won it in 1989, the first year they did the Rap Award, but it was BS. And then Young MC won it in 1990, and there was just so many. Young MC was rap, but he was pop rap. He did a song called Bust a Move. He did a song called The Principal's Office.
Don't just stand there and bust a move. You want it.
Yeah.
And you
It's
got
a
it.
fun
I was just
song.
gonna,
It's fun. It's a corny
baby,
song, though.
you got it.
And
bust a move.
It was corny. It was good. It was corny though. But like there's so many meaningful rap songs or hip hop songs, whatever you want to call it, in that era that should have been recognized, and then Young MC gets the award.
So did you follow the Kendrick and Drake?
Oh heck yeah, I did. Heck yeah. And Drake is still bitter. You see the Kings game the other night?
Yeah, with DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
So you think Kendrick won that?
Oh, he won it
for the song?
Easily.
It was close before the last two.
Yeah. But you have to know your role. Drake's not a battle rapper. Like I don't understand why he's getting into battle rap. He's not a battle rapper.
But he came with how he killed Meek off.
You can't be a battle rapper if you went to Grassy Junior High.
Ooh, you got a point.
You can't.
He got a point.
Yeah, you can't. You just can't.
He taking credit from Drake, but hey, he won.
I mean, he's a successful.
Meek from Philly, he won that battle rap.
Yeah.
He won that with the back to back and the other song he done. Like and that's the same thing that happened to him. It came back around. Because remember, Back to Back was like a radio single.
Yeah.
It came to radio play. That's what really blew him up. It was a radio hit. Now Kendrick came with Not Like Us.
And that became a radio hit.
And that became a radio
and Matt
hit.
Chapman used that as his walk-up song for the Giants. So every time he came up the bat, you'd hear Not Like Us.
Not Like Us, yeah. That was dope. That was dope, y'all. Any more questions y'all got for him? Because I'm going to let him get up out of here in a minute. But I do want to play some of our local talent that's been played right here on the Black and Mickey's podcast. Y'all, and I want to get his thoughts. I'm going to play like half the song. I ain't going to play the whole thing. Ask him who was the best battle rapper in Stockton. I'm not sure he know about battle rapper in Stockton.
Awkwards, I know, is the guy.
Shout out to Ock. Ock was the guy. Ock was the goat out here. Shout out to Ock.
Awkwards is tight.
He don't know that little dude. He don't know that one little dude, y'all. But I'm gonna play him a couple of joints that's been played right here on the Black and Mickey's podcast. Because as a radio DJ, I want to get his thoughts on some of the songs that I think that's like radio ready. Y'all may not think it, but I think it. So I'm going to play some of my favorites, y'all. You may not like some of them. I know one you ain't going to like. But I'm gonna give them like 3 or 4 of them. Okay? I'm going to play a little half of it, most of it. If it's going, if feeling the vibe, we're going to keep it going. So, y'all, give me a second as I get these songs ready. These are some of the songs, I've been doing this, I do the Slam of the Jam.
Yeah, it's a good,
Yeah, where I play songs and then the people tell us, oh, slam it. If they don't like it, they slam it. If they like it, they jam it. And so all the jam-its I write down and I put in the song versus song competition. And some of the songs, they win. If you win, I give money out and different stuff like that. But it's a few songs in here I want to play for you. And I want to start with this different song first because I like this song. Lamont is not gonna like it. Shout out Lamont Dean. He don't like this song. But this is one of my jams, Lucas.
Is it R&B song or is this?
It's a different type of song,
okay.
and I want to get your feel on it because
it's a local artist.
Well, actually, he's local, but he's from out of state somewhere. I think one of his.
And he moved here. He moved here, or
no, he don't even live here. One of his people, one of his people got him in tune.
Okay, yeah.
In touch with me, but. To me, this is like something I could maybe not hear on Kwin, but I can hear on the radio.
Yeah.
So I want to get your thoughts on it.
Probably a little more pop.
Yeah, on that. Hold on, let me see. Speaker on. Y'all, give me 1 second, y'all. We getting it together. There we go.
All right, nice. It sounds nice and loud.
All right, so I'm gonna see what you think about this, man. It's different.
This is the guy. He's from out of state. R&B song.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Tayshawn. It's some cleanup music.
Okay.
Lamont know what I'm talking about. It's some cleanup music.
But this Tayshawn is a singer.
Tayshawn is a singer, and the song is called Trouble.
You say you want my love. Okay, you want my time? Oh, you a real one, not one of them. I hear you talking, and it sounds so sweet, my ears are tickled. Let's see if you can get my heart to skip to this beat. Sound like game, I'm like convincing.
Got me frustrated, all in my head now. Telling lies when the phone rang. Never thought that I would figure it out. You thought I would sit this one out.
You's a fool if you think I let you get away. All the lies that I heard you say, what I found out today.
You ain't nothing but trouble, nothing but lies, nothing but heartache, deceit in your eyes. All of the love in the world won't get sympathy out of you. You ain't nothing but trouble.
Nothing but lies, nothing but heartache, just watching me cry. All of the love in the world won't get sympathy out of you.
You want my trust when
I think it's me, John Legend, Rihanna vibes.
John Legend, see that's what he was getting. A lot of people on here say, "Oh,
Yeah,
he got the John Legend stuff."
vibe. Yeah.
So that's dope. He said the same thing some of the people said in
Yeah,
here.
it's got that
John Legend.
And and the girl sounds. Who's the girl?
I don't know. She's
She
some kind of poet.
she sounds good.
I don't know the girl, but
She
some
sounds
kind
like
of poet.
she has like a Rihanna vibe.
Yeah. So Tayshawn, man, everybody telling you on this John Legend tip. That's what they told him on the pod too. Like, oh, he got a John Legend type of sound. I'm gonna play this one for him. He probably heard this one, but it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Zaria. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this for her. It's her birthday. I think she just turned 20 or 21. So
I remember those days.
I'm gonna play this song. Yes, man. If I can go back,
Yeah.
if I can go back, I would.
Yeah, fun times.
Lucas. Hey, so here we go. You might have heard this 'cause I played it. You know, I actually discovered her on when I used to do the Immaculate Club quarantine back in 2020
Yeah.
when everything was on lockdown. And she was 15. She did this song at 15. So I'm gonna let you hear it.
I think that you left me be tortured, me being broken. I think you endure it. Let me be free, at least let me explore it. I hope you don't call this love. We got toxic traits. We got toxic traits. Toxicity. Toxicity. I am not normal, you cannot ignore me. Doing this back and forth shit is not for me. I ain't gon' cap, I love you, but you boring. I know what I said, but disregard. got toxic traits. Toxicity. Once again, here's another song. I think you just got used to it being about you. Then again, where the hell would I be without you? I'm already knowing I can't breathe without you. But it's not fair, you don't need me and it's true. Oh, how I wish I could say the same about you. It's clear that we're just toxic and confused, but I'm over you, stay the fuck up my music. But no, you wanna leave me alone. I'm blocking you, but you steady call my phone. That unblock button does more damage, I know. But where's there to go? I'm needing you more than anything else. This is bad for my health, needing you more than rest itself. I'm supposed to do better than this. I know that I said I'm changing for the better. Can't keep on letting myself down. I give up, you're never on time. I know what I said, but you won't get yourself out of my head. What can I do? What can I do instead? Maybe I should just focus on my bread, making my music and talking to fans. But my music's about you, man. What do? I think that you like seeing me tortured, me being broken. I think you enjoy it. Let me be free, at least let me explore it. I hope you don't call this love like a toxic trait.
I can feel that she has toxic. She's got a toxic personality. She puts it in her music, and it's real, because that's like the one thing I love is when somebody's real in their songs. Like I can hear the toxicity in her voice, and she puts it in the song, and I can hear the anger, and it sounds like she's been hurt quite a few times. So
no, she wrote that was 15.
Yeah.
She was 15 years old.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot. There's a lot going into that song.
You can't be too hurt at 15.
I don't know, man. It sounded real on that one.
You can't be too hurt at 15.
She sounds like she sounds real. She doesn't sound like she's 15 in that song either.
I got a couple more for you, then I'm gonna let you get out of here. You know, it's winding down, so I'm gonna let you get out here. I'm gonna play a couple more for you. I got this song called, we from Stockton, so I'm gonna plug my boys in real quick with Cali Boys featuring Mac-a-Lot with Forever Stockton. We're gonna check that out real quick. I'm gonna get your opinion on it. I don't know if it's radio, but it's nice. It's decent.
Yeah. Stop.
Married to this shit.
Hold it down for the 9, forever rock. Fall in love with my city, I'm forever stock. Holy matrimony, can't nobody stop. 219 is the code that everybody watch. Hold it down for the 9, forever rock. Fall in love with my city, I'm forever stock. Holy matrimony, can't nobody stop. 219 is the code that everybody watch. Young's in the city, watching out for top lights. 219 on the prize, we got the spotlight. Your bitches on my dick because I got pipe. 219 legend, I'm a factor in the outside. Feel baby, always kept it real, baby. Keep up people with the ops, and I'll probably kill, baby. Loyalty is royalty, you know the deal, baby. So just chill when you see the realest in the field, baby. Paper chasing, got it popping, and the neighbors hating. Complicate the conversations, even when I'm not in place. I done seen a whole lot and been a lot of places. It's a miracle that I ain't never got no case. No bad with names, but I'm better with faces. Bitches pussy so, but the head is amazing. She's addicted to this dick, and it's cheddar I'm chasing. Ain't nobody do it better, and that's a hell of a statement. Like, hold it down for the 9, forever rock. Fall in love with my city, I'm forever stock. Holy matrimony, can't nobody stop. 219 is the code that everybody watch. Hold it down for the 9, forever rock. Fall in love with my city, I'm forever stock. Holy matrimony, can't nobody stop. 219 is the code that everybody watch.
Still reppin' Stockton, can't change that. Haters call me whack, I brought the game back. Yeah, a real pro nigga, yeah, I can't scrap. You better wait for Christmas if you can't rap. I'm married to the game, put a ring on it. You know it's a hit, put the king on it. All the girls win like the beam on it. All I spit is dope, so the fiends want it. Cali boy homies got the Mac with him. Shooting tracks like a pimp, making slaps with him. In the hood, on the block, in the trap with him. From the spot to the bay, I'm the sack with him. 209 is a code, put it on the map. We the hottest in this bitch, I put it on the tracks. All tracks Southwest, that's the hood, nigga. Represent Stockton, and it's good, nigga.
Hold it down for the 9, forever rock. Fall in love with my city, I'm forever stock. Holy matrimony, can't nobody stop. 219 is the code that everybody watch. Hold it down for the 9, forever
a boss down, I can get him hit quick if I put the call out. I'm going in, I don't call out. Stay on 10 if I'm called out. If your friends don't fall out, throwing rocks at the pen, let my dogs out. Niggas trapping, trying to get it out my mouth. I was on the streets way before I lay the song down, so calm down and watch what you say to me. Cause I'm respecting, we got him watching thanks to Jason Lee. And all his pops out squad, but you like Nathan D. Yeah, I'm rooting for Brandon Cooks, but he should change his name.
I love it. I love it. It's got that West Coast vibe. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I got a couple more before I let you get up out of here, Lucas. I got a couple more I want you to give me your opinion on. What was that? I'm finna go. Okay. This is, I definitely got to play the person that won the most. I've been doing this song versus song competition. And my boy King Jones have won the most. He was a 4-time winner on it. So I definitely want to get that. I wanted you to check that out and see what you think. What song should I play of his? I think this is a song that really has a good feel to it.
Why this beat so complex?
When they ask will I win, absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall, absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot in the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. When they ask will I win, absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall, absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot in the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. How do you want it? How do you feel? Surrounded by goons and they shoot to kill. I don't do pills, but I blow trees. She talk too much, not next to me. I need the cash, you keep the extra. I don't work out, but still I am flexing. Fuck your life, fuck your wife. Only one condom that's for my protection. The way you see it is not how I see it. I'm disagreeing, not my prescription. You are a hater, you sit with the haters. In the nosebleeds, not in my section. They will be singing and flower bringing. If you are thinking of taking my watch, not 12 rounds with you in the ground. I put some player, you still want to box. When they ask will I win, absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot in the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. When they ask will I win? Absolutely. Am I deep in my bag? Absolutely. They feelings is hurt cause I know what I'm worth and been winning since birth. Absolutely. They want me to fall. Absolutely. Am I covered in gold? Absolutely. I'm hot in the summer, so please take a number, continue to work. Absolutely. Thought I would stop, want me to flop? Absolutely not. Put me in the game, pass me the rock. Damn it, score, now we back on top. I came this league undrafted. Some of you need to practice. My team kiss the cream all around the atlas. Stop the glow gunner, hot as cold water. If you hot, then my flow's hot. If you think you can get with me, you king, please. Don't bother, got this thing on lock like a chest. You got the dance, you think you pass. I'm the truth in the booth, and I'm always thinking fast. When they ask will I win?
Fun song. That's a fun
nice
song. Yeah, nice good
song
vibe.
Yeah, nice vibe. I like it. It actually won one of the competitions. So I had to plug that in real quick. Let me get you 2 more before you go, man. Let me see. What another one that really was like one of them ones. That's radio. That was radio ready for. Oh, I do got an R&B one that was that really set it off, and she actually got a remix to it. Let me play this one because it's actually getting radio play in Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's getting radio play.
And she's from here? She's from here.
It's getting ready to play.
I recently started using this native whole body deodorant, and it has been a game
She just did
changer.
a remix.
So now I'm getting ready.
Shout out Izzy Simone. Izzy Simone. R&B vibe.
When I tell you I love you, I mean it. I say 1,000 more times until you believe it. Real love, I need it. Yeah, I'm tired of the cheating and I'm tired of the creeping. I'm ready for something story, yeah. Not just Netflix and chill. Wedding bells and fairy tales. I'm ready for my prince. Please tell me that you're him. Please tell me, is this real love and are you ready? Ready to give up on these streets? Am I worth it, baby? Would you do that for me? Yeah, would you do that for me? Tell me, is this real love and are you ready? Ready to give up on these streets? Am I worth it, baby? Would you do that for me? Yeah, would you do that for me? Okay, so tell me, babe, all of your flaws, I'm here to solve everything he did wrong. So can you tell me, baby, show me the way? 'Cause I am not here to play these silly games, babe. 'Cause I know you ready, girl, you ready for something real. Wedding bells and fairy tales, girl, I'm on my knee. Girl, your love is all I need. Tell me, is this real?
So what you think about that?
I like the vibe. Yeah, it's got that
something
smooth out vibe. Yeah.
That's definitely a radio song.
Yeah, I love that.
That's definitely a radio song too, you know. So I think
I
like
like it,
we
yeah.
got some talent out here in
Yeah,
Stockton.
for sure, for sure.
We just need some radio plug on it. So go ahead and hook us up too. Before I get out of here too, this is the last song I got for you. I just want you to know, are you up on Christian hip hop?
Not really Christian hip hop, no.
They got some of the dopest hip hop.
I've heard
going on.
Yeah, I heard some stuff.
They got some of the dopest hip hop, and I'm gonna play this song that was.
Is it a Christian hip hop song? Or?
Yeah, it's a Christian hip hop song. It was one of it won. It was one of the dopest songs on my podcast. It's by EGR. You know, you need to y'all follow EGR, and also my boy Beans from out here. It's called Knock It Off. So I'm gonna play this for you, and you tell me what you think. Well, we need Christian hip hop on the radio right now. You know, and I will play my boy Stewie too. Shout out to my boy Stewie. If I had more time, I'll play his, but I'm gonna get his on next time. But I gotta play this song because this was one of the biggest songs on the platform. Let's go. Knock It Off.
You better knock it off. Look, I was really fiending and knocking, I couldn't knock it off. Potted out, partner on H, he was nodding off. I was up for 3 or 4 days and wasn't potted off. Brody tried to get me to call it, I told him not at all. Spent a couple years out here tweaking, felt like a weekend to me. Wigging out, cooling with demons and it was speaking to me. Going crazy, losing my mind, I couldn't keep it to me. Gave my older homie the 40 and told him keep it from me. Whipping the Beamer, super inebriated. Next day, people in disbelief can't believe he made it. Devil really went out his way to make sure I deviated. Thug living, this is how lifespan get abbreviated. Lived a life of constant finesse and I had some good habits. Hurting everybody that loved me, bro, I was good at it. Cold heart, still the Holy Spirit would tug at it. Then the day came where God finally saved this drug addict. I see you looking, but I promise it ain't what it seems. When the streets tell you they love you, that ain't what they mean. Say they wanna see you free, really wanna see you bound. Sink or swim, everyone around you wanna see you drown. I see you looking, but I promise it ain't what it seems. When the streets tell you they love you, that ain't what they mean. Everybody know you lost, they don't wanna see you found. Never want it all, and they don't stop till you beneath the ground. You kept me bound with girls, gold glory. so what are you after? A devil tried to end the story, this a new chapter. I'm a bond servant of Christ, I got a new captor. Make a choice, life or death, bro, you can't have two masters. You hear them knocking at that door, you better knock it off. Don't expect to make it through them gates if you denying God. You say you got it all, you don't need no God at all. Well, it's gonna take the lake of fire to realize you ain't hot at all. Even if you had 100 keys and really got it off, that don't make you nothing but a joke, bro, you are not a boss. You must be stupid, bro, out here killing families. Tried to keep it cool with you, but circumstance demanded me. And plus the kid in me, screaming, are you kidding me? You killed my family with fentanyl and methamphetamine. And I'm not yelling cause I see you as my enemy. I just really want you to discover your identity. I see you looking, but I promise it ain't what it seems. When the streets tell you they love you, that ain't what they mean. Say they wanna see you free, really wanna see you bound. Sink or swim, everyone around you wanna see you drown. I see you looking, but I promise it ain't what it seems. When the streets tell you they love you, that ain't what they mean. Everybody know you lost, they don't wanna see you found. Never want it all, and he won't stop till you beneath the ground. I was trapped inside, too much pride to let it slide. Thought I was living life, but really I was dead inside. Life or death is win or lose, you better pick a side. Cause if it comes to me and you, then it's a homicide. When I'm from, they shoot first and ask questions later. Hope the tech don't jam was my only prayer. True religion in my genes, I don't need a savior. I'm laced up like shoestrings, holding up the cater. Hanging on by a thread, talking mama's prayer. The homies acting like they love you, they don't really care. Until I hit rock bottom with nobody there. Thought it was a dream, but when I woke up, I was still there. I was wrestling with demons like I'm Ric Flair. But a love like no other that I can't compare. Revolutionized my life, rid me of despair. Seven strings, cut me loose from the puppeteer. I see you looking, but I'm...
I love it. I mean, it's great.
It's a lot of talent out here. Definitely with, you know, like, that's what I've been, like, I didn't know the gospel hip-hop was this dope, this big, like, and we've been getting a lot of gospel hip-hop on the platform, and it's really dope, you know.
Big shouts out to Stewie, too. I saw him perform at the Soldier Church, like, years ago.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Stewie. Hold on, man. It won't be right there. You gonna shout him out. I gotta play one of his songs.
Yeah.
I gotta play one of his songs just for him, because he gonna be mad at me if I don't.
Yeah, I saw him over at the Soldier Church.
If I don't
years ago.
If I don't play a Blood Wash song, he gonna be mad at me. Like, oh, you play these yard. Let me play a Blood Wash. Blood Wash. Let's play Big Motion. Big Motion. This is one. It won. I think it won. It won one of my.
Mike made the 808s.
Hey, I'm stepping for the Lord, we got big motion. Big body on the court, we got big motion. We just trying to save a soul, we got big motion. Give him Christ, that's the goal, we got big motion. Hey, I'm stepping for the Lord, we got big motion. Big body on the court, we got big motion. We just trying to save a soul, we got big motion. Give him Christ, that's the goal, we got big motion. I got the whole body with me, we got big motion. Tsunami word flowing like a big ocean. I'm 6, gas him up, yeah, I'm still yoking. Devil tried, but he failed, yeah, he still choking. Hey, I got the Lord on my side, got a sword on my side. Armor up, we gon' ride. Hey, yeah, I'm coming in like the tide. Never slip, I'ma slide. You can catch me outside. Hey, yeah, you know I'm never playing with it. Hey, I'm staying with it. Got a Bible and I'm slaying with it. Yeah, yeah. When I get a beat, I flip it, hit him with the word and flip it. Yeah, it's up, so we trippin'. Hey, I speak his word and I'ma stand on that. They a bad influence, take your man's far back. Hey, yeah, I'ma speak all facts. If I catch the devil slipping, watch his bones get cracked. Hey, I'm stepping for the Lord, we got big motion. Big body on the court, we got big motion. We just trying to save a soul, we got big motion. Give him Christ, that's the goal, we got big motion. Hey, I'm stepping for the Lord, we got big motion. Big body on the court, we got big motion. We just trying to save a soul, we got big motion. Give him Christ, that's the goal, we got big motion.
Slow motion is better than no motion. We party with no potion. We still on the block posting right in front of Hell's Gate. We kicking them things open. We populating heaven. We trying to get more souls in. We chose in to represent. We don't just go, we sent. Right where the blocks get bent. Right where the shots get sent. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. A product of the hood. I'm trained to go where it's rhyming. With my brothers beside me and my soldiers behind me. We on a mission for the risen. From the ghetto to the prison. They call it evangelism. We beast, experience real peace. I was slick, and now my spirit is awakened. You see his big motion in the moves the spirit's making. Yeah. Hey, I'm stepping for the Lord. We got big motion. Big body on the court. We got big motion. We just trying to save a soul. We got big motion. Give him Christ, that's the goal. We got big motion. Hey, I'm stepping for the Lord. We got big motion. Big body on the court. We got big motion. We just trying to save a soul. We got big motion. Give him Christ, that's the goal. We got big motion. I was walking dead, but I've been woken. Although I'm healed right, I know what it feels like. I've been broken. Big smoking in the whip, yoking. I was known to slick talk to get a chick open. Through them valleys of Cali, my sins soaked in. Jesus took the wheel, now I'm big coasting. I thought that I was cool when I used to do the fool. Really thought that I was something, Satan had me so confused. Used to be a heathen, now I'm a believer. Sliding through my city, preaching Jesus for my Peter. God's good, my reply like 80. If you knew, you understand why my praise go main. His blood stained me and sold me, I've been set free. Since he came into my life, he never left me. Trusting in the Lord, bro, I'm big hoping. Went from sinning to winning, that's big motion. Bang.
Yeah. So it's a lot of dope local talent out here, man. So we want you to, talk to Louis Cruz about getting some kind of segment, even if it got to go through, hopefully we can get a connection, a Black and Mickey's Kwin connection, where we can get the artists that come on here and win the platform to get a chance to be heard on Kwin, get a song played here and there. So let's work. Let's get something going for these artists out here. Please be that middleman for us to talk to, because I don't know Louis like that. Louis, I'm sure he probably heard of me, but because I heard of Louis.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, from a long time. He's been around for a long time, and I didn't know he was a program director now. So that's dope. We waiting on you to become the program director.
No, man. Louis handles that good.
Then we gonna hold you to everything, like, Lucas. Like, come on. But yeah, we just trying to. We trying to help out. My whole thing is, I don't really do music like that no more. But my whole thing is trying to always give a platform to my local artists to be heard, to be seen. So if you can help us anyway, please do. Hey, closing out, you got anything to say to the people?
Just thank you all for support, welcoming here. I've been here for 16 years. This is my home, and I appreciate everybody listening to Kwin, and I appreciate all the calls in the morning and the stories and the support. I love y'all.
For sure, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. We had Kwin Zone DJ Lucas in the house tonight with us, y'all. He came through and gave us over an hour and a half, y'all. So I ain't gonna take too much of his time, y'all. He came through like he in the hood, like I'm East Side.
I live in Country Club.
He like shit. I'm in Country Club. The same thing. I'm like, why you park way down there? He like shit. It's cool. I'm in the hood. So he ain't bougie. He ain't Hollywood or nothing. He like us. He like us. So. I appreciate everybody for all the great comments and the commentary on it. He's an open guy. Y'all reach out to him if y'all ever need anything. He that dude, man, right now. For the last few years, actually, everybody been migrating to Lucas over the last 2 years because he's been showing us he a real one. So we want to just give you your flowers right now, man. Let you know we appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you.
Everything, man. Anytime I need you, I know I can call on you. So that's real big, because ain't no other DJ on our radio station that we can just call on like that and he'll be there for us. So we appreciate you, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to the Black and Mickey podcast until the next episode, y'all. And make sure y'all go vote tomorrow.
Vote with your conscience.
Vote. Jason Lee for District 6. On my end, I can't vote for him because I'm on the east side. I ain't on the south side. But I do ask my people to make sure y'all go. It's time for a change, y'all. And, but do your research on everybody, though. Don't just go off what I tell you. Do your research. Do a little research, though. Y'all check out the Jason Lee interview I did. Continue supporting, though. I appreciate everybody, y'all. All right, we out. Peace.